This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday evening, July 19th. Welcome to my desk. Tonight I have a small haul, and I'm going to continue making cards. I made cards this morning. I had a giveaway this morning, and all the cards that I gave away in the giveaway have been mailed. So they're off to their new home. They're pretty simple. I deconstructed a Mary Jane magazine, and I'm using images out of the Mary Jane magazine to make cards just to fit these regular 4x6.5 envelopes, 3.5 by 6.5 or something like that. But they fit in there pretty good. So I'm going to continue doing that tonight. But let me get set up over here while I'm waiting for folks to come in. It's Friday night. Let me go to my account and go to my live stream. And I didn't take a thumbnail, did I? Oops. Well, all right. We'll do that later. So I've got 2 people in here. Hello, hello. Let me set the chat filter to all messages. 3 people so far. Welcome in, welcome in. I'll probably chat a little bit until folks find me. I started just a few minutes early. Let me fix the quality on my tablet here from 144 to 1080. There's Melody. Hi, Melody. Welcome in, Melody. It's good to see you. So what am I going to chat about? Oh, I have lots to do. Tomorrow is my 55th high school reunion, but I decided, well, it was kind of decided for me, gave me an excuse to opt out. My brother's granddaughter is coming over with her new little baby, and I need to be here to see that. So I can't be in 20 places at once. I did not get my hair cut. I was going to get a haircut today. Hi, you Melody says, hi, Meri. How are you, my friend? I'm doing well. Hi, Angie. Angie, I'm going to share your news when a few more people get in here. Hi, Laura Jersey. It's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. I was going to go to a flea market today, but as it turns out, the flea market was last weekend. So I didn't get my hair cut. I didn't go to the flea market, and I'm not going to the reunion. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Jersey, how are you doing? What have you been up to, lady? So we're going to have company tomorrow, so I'm going to get up early tomorrow morning and do some dusting and a little bit of vacuuming before they come over, because make the house a little bit presentable. I think I'll move the room screen to kind of block off this room because it's stuffed full of stuff. Hi, Teresa. Good evening, Teresa. Hi, Kitty Jen. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me refresh my chat. I think I've seen them all, but it kind of needs a little convincing sometimes to scroll. You're doing well. How am I? I'm pretty good. Since I took my stress off of myself on the early morning streams and making them impromptu until Labor Day. So I have given myself permission to sleep in if I need to. However, I think I only did that one day last week. But I got to watch Dee Dee a little this week. I need to catch up on Becky. And I've got to watch a few more videos this week, and I feel better. I feel good. You're not leaving already, are you? No, I'm not leaving. I'm just getting started. While we're waiting for a few more folks to come in, I want to remind you that Raul and Miriam are having the Streamathon this summer in August. Let me get in here and go to my channel and go to my YouTube, go to me, and go to my main page and go to my community tab. And if you go down a little bit, I found Wembley. This is my Wembley. He's a little scrap man. I like him though. And but down here, the Midsummer Craft Art and Craft Extravaganzas are August 15th through the 20th. Midsummer, and it's hosted by Raul, and let me turn my sound down just in case I got it up. It's hosted by Raul and Miriam, and here she's explaining about it all. If you go to Miriam's channel, MNW, Art Curious by MNW, you will see this video, but everybody who's participating is kind of sharing it out on social media, so you'll probably see it in several different places. But it's going to be August 15th through the 20th, and she's telling us everything here. Let me get into the description box. So it's a 6-day streamathon. Every day, another art or craft theme, but it's not 24 hours a day. So, you know, it covers a period of 6 days. We'll cover the time frame down below. But day 1 is going to be mixed media. Day 2 is paper and jelly print and zines. Day 3, drawing, cartoon, and sketching. Day 4 is stitching, tatting, and carving. Day 5 is painting, watercolor, acrylic, and canvas. And day 6 is a combo of all 5 days. Every participant can choose multiple time slots. You can live stream and premiere your videos, long form or short. You can choose your time slots. Time slots will start from 1 a.m. Eastern until 6 p.m. Eastern. And we will do this project on August 15th till the 20th, 6 days. And then she goes in and separates it all down here. And if you create content on YouTube and want to participate, contact Raul and Miriam, and they'll help you get the time frame that's best for you and what you want to do, the slot and the day. Raul is Raul Reynolds, drawing. Let's see, does she have the, no, she doesn't have the links in there for Raul. Raul Reynolds, Art Curious by MMW, let's go to Raul's channel, because I'm sure he's probably got R-A-U-L. I got Rail. Raul Reynolds. Artist. I spelled it wrong. Let's see, what do I have here? No. Come on, Raul. I spelled it wrong. Well, Raul Reynolds anyway. I'm not going to hunt for it because I'm just fumbling around. But, so keep that in mind. And if you're not a creator, still keep it in mind because there's going to be a lot going on that week, August 15th through the 17th. And you'll see more on it on social media. I've got it here on my community tab if you're interested in knowing about it. They're just getting the schedules. They're just kind of announcing it now. So they're putting it all together. So if you're late to the boat, you're not late if you think you're late. So who came in? Joyce and Angie and Laura Jersey said, I'm glad you took it easy on yourself, Meri, with that impromptu. Yeah. My muse had been screaming at me to slow down just a teeny bit. Although I really haven't slowed down, but I've given myself permission to slow down. I always feel guilty if if I'm not doing what I said I was going to do. So no, I'm not leaving. Let's see what else is going on. Teresa says good evening. Angie. Hi, Joni. Not so fast. Welcome in. I think I've seen you in here before, once before. It's good to see you. Welcome in. Made by Pam. Hi, Pam. I can't wait to get my order from Pam. She had a sale, a few weeks ago. And I paid my invoice. She just sent out the invoices, and I got my little notification that it's in the mail, Pam. I can't wait to get it. I think I bought buttons, if I remember right. Jacqueline's here. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome in. Angie. Raul gave different dates this morning for it, Mary. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going by what Angie has. So we'll have to, they'll straighten out the dates. The main thing is that it covers 6 days and there's different things going on each day. They'll probably make that whatever correction that needs to be made. I'm going to leave that in their boat. I'm not even going to attempt to say which is which, Jen, because I really don't know. Joni says, I'm listening while I organize my beads, so I will be in and out of chat. Okay, beady. Beads, beads, beads. Hi, Lynn J. Welcome in. You're watching me on the big screen. Hi. I made cards this morning, Lynn. Were you in here this morning? I can't remember. I made cards. I'm going to make a few more tonight, but I'm going to do a couple of other things tonight, too. I'm only going till 10, though, because I've got a big day ahead of me tomorrow. Oh, hi, Katia. Katia, I've been tatting. I didn't get to tat today. Maybe I'll tat a tree after chat. I want to do something every day with tatting now, just to stay in practice. And I think I'm getting used to that size 20 thread. I'm going to stick with that. Although I did buy some, I'll show it to you. It's down below. I'm going to show you my haul at the little quilt store. I bought some Valdante thread. It's a size 12. It's real thin. Hi, Becky. Welcome in, Becky. Made by Pam. I think you're thinking of Stitch It, Pam. Oh, I am. I am, Pam. I get my Pams mixed up. Made by Pam does a lot of sewing. I should know that, Pam. And weren't you the one, I think when I first started watching you, I think you were fixing a car door or something. Does that ring a bell, Pam? And I'm going, wow, look at her. She got the mechanics down. She had it all torn apart and she fixed whatever it was and put it back together again. Was that you, Pam? Made by Pam? Yes, I was thinking of Stitch It, Pam. So sorry. I get my Pams and I always get names mixed up. I apologize. Let's see. Angie says, hi, Beck. Lynn J says, yes, I was briefly in this morning. I was driving into work. I get the biggest chuckle that Lynn listens to me while she's driving into work. I'm going, you mean you're not listening to the news? You're listening to Mary, a preemptive Fox? Or MSN and CNN and all of those folks? Or did you just listen to me and then switch it to the newsy news? Tatting says, I saw your new update on tatting. I'm getting good at it. Well, I still make mistakes. You know, here's the thing, Katia. My concentration breaks. And when my concentration breaks, when I come back, I always make a mistake. Like if I'll set my tatting down, if I have to run and do something, I come back invariably. I don't pick it up at the same spot. I'll forget Picasso, but it's really helped me, and I think I've said it before, is you showed us how to take out those double stitches real easy. I was struggling with because I was taking those double stitches out a leg at a time. Oh, dear me. And Katia's demonstrated how to take the double stitches out real easy. So that's really helped me. But I always, yeah, Pam says I fixed the car door. That's one of the first things I watched on your channel, Pam. Teresa's here, Becky's here. Pam says, last week I replaced an alternator on a car, but I didn't record it. Did you have training in mechanics, Pam? You fixed an alternator. Wow. Becky says, Meri, did you review your chat from this morning? As I had 19. No, I didn't, Becky, but I will send you a card. I will, and you're welcome. If I have a giveaway tonight, you're welcome to play too. I'll send you one of these, Becky. Let's see, which one shall we send to Becky? How about these ones of all these gals sitting together? Or this one says, call it a clan, call it a network, call it a family. Whatever you call it, whoever you are, you need one. And I've got several of these Mary Jane ones. We'll do some more, and I'll let you have your pick, Becky, which one you want. I'm going to keep this one because it's the Friday Morning Club. I like the Friday Morning Club. Now stands that old building, stands forlorn, yet still foursquare and sound. Though by the wind and weather worn, it could someday rebound. It looks like we could have an art retreat in there. It's a little shady, though. I think I'd want more light. But Becky, I did not review it. I will send you one. Thank you for saying I make mistakes. And you guys, if you ever catch me at mistakes, just like Becky did, do not be afraid to say, Meri, you need to change this, or Meri, I saw this and you had it wrong. Don't be afraid to tell me that, because when you're online and you're talking and you're watching chat and you're trying to see what you're doing and, you're paying attention to a whole lot of things, it's very easy to miss stuff. So, okay. I want to say that to everybody. I do not mind if you see if I make a mistake. And if it's not a mistake, if I say, oh no, I had that right, well, then, okay, that's okay too. It doesn't bother me one bit. Katia says, Meri, remember, we all do mistakes and get distracted. So you're doing great. Just keep at it your pace. I think she's talking about tatting, because I was telling her how I got distracted with the tatting, came back and had to rip out stuff. I had to do that several times. Then I'm going to keep practicing that tree, and I want to get back. I'm going back and reviewing videos. I'm reviewing part 1 of the true. It's the first one after all the greetings and introductions. I think it's either your 3rd or 4th video. I'll let you know. I'll send you what I'm doing, Katia. Let's see. Dar is here. She says, hi, Beck, Pam, Teresa, Jen, Katia, and Angie. Pam says, I took an auto mechanic class when I was a senior in high school, but I was learning stuff before then. Well, I am so impressed with you, Pam. Okay, I want to share some news that some of you probably already know, but to Angie commented on my video this morning, and in chat she said her aunt was in ICU. And then after chat, I was reading the message. Well, I didn't get to it till this afternoon, till we got home. But her aunt passed away. So let's all keep Angie and her family in our hearts and prayers. Angie's family has been through a lot lately. Uncles and her mother and, her... I don't even know I can't remember everything, but her aunt... And Angie, is this the aunt who had the stroke while she was driving to work? I don't know if Angie's still in here. I think she is. She'll let us know. Angie says, thank you ever so much for the prayers. Yeah, keep them in your prayers, because when somebody in your family passes away, it affects all of you. I mean, all of the family. It's like a part of your family's gone. Yeah. Hugs and prayers, Angie. And, just hold on to the fact that she's no longer suffering. It was not that aunt. It was the aunt that had stage 4 cancer. Okay. All right. Well, let's just hope the other aunt is doing well. We don't want any more aunts to pass away, Angie. You guys need to have a break in your family from all the passing away. Yeah, they're saying prayers for you, Angie. Becky says, I'm really wondering if Angie and family have been exposed to carcinogens with so many dying of cancer. I wouldn't be surprised. We're all probably exposed to carcinogens. Well, I want to share what I got this afternoon. I said it early on in chat, but I'm going to say it again. I did not get to the flea market. Well, we went to the flea market, but there was no flea market there. It was last week. It turned out it was last week. I was a week late. So no flea market for Meri. And I did not go and get my hair cut because my brother was with me. He wanted to go. He needed some cigarettes. And so I made him miss the prices right this morning because I wanted to get to the flea market. And we got there and there was no flea market. I felt so bad because, he wanted to go after lunch. And I go, no, I got to get there. And I decided, I did not cut my hair. I was debating whether I was going to have it. When I say cut my hair, I mean cut it shoulder length. I did not have that done. I'm not going to my class reunion tomorrow because my brother's granddaughter, who had a baby here just in March, she's going to bring the baby over because for Grandpa to ooh and ah over, and I want to be here for that, and I can't be in 20 places at once, and I figured I'd rather see the baby than 50 friends from 55 years ago. But other than that, I've had a good day. We went grocery shopping. I took my brother out to Freddy's. He didn't have a choice because I was driving. And I paid for his lunch out of my check this month, so he ate lunch with me. I had onion rings; they were pretty good. But if you buy a meal with onion rings and buy a meal with French fries, the French fries last longer than the onion rings do. I think it feels like you get more French fries. I don't know. I could have eaten 2 servings of French fries. They were so good. But I didn't. All right. She is a cousin that had the stroke. Yeah. I got it, Angie. Your cousin passed away a cousin, not an aunt. Oh, I thought it was an aunt. It was a cousin that passed away, not an aunt. It's your aunt that had a cousin had the stroke, and your aunt passed away. Am I got that right? It's all hard to handle. Many prayers. Yeah, onion rings, yum. I like onions. I bought 4 onions today. I bought 2 red ones and 2 yellow ones. I like to use the red onions in my salad, and the yellow ones I really like to cook with or make onion soup. I like French onion soup pretty good. The family was with her when she passed away, so I got to say my goodbyes. I know that she was not hurting anymore, but it still hurts. Well, of course it does, Angie. Yeah, of course it does. Many hugs and prayers for you and your family. Hi, Allie K. Welcome in, Allie. You got it, Meri. Aunt passed away and cousin had the stroke. And you had some uncles passing away too, didn't you? In the last couple years? And your mother had some health issues? We're keeping track of you. Jen says, I like French onion soup too. Well, let me show you what I got at the quilt store, if I can put my hands on it. Since I didn't go to the flea market, and since I was driving, we went downtown, and I wanted to see if they had the new Piecework magazine in, and they do. I love this magazine. You guys, if you are interested in the history of needlework, all kinds of needlework, this has scrap knitting, feed sack quilts, clever Victorian restyling, but it has every issue is just filled with articles. I was reading one in here about schoolgirl. Where is it? This is soldiers, even soldiers, you know, when they were out on the battlefield, they took their little sewing kits. They called them Comfort. A mending roll to hand sew. I think they give you the directions here to hand sew it yours, but that's sashiko. It covers sashiko, and there's sashiko. I'm just doing running stitches on my Japanese burl, but here is the article right at the beginning on the schoolgirl samplers. Now, when I took the cross-stitch classes and the needlework classes, we studied a lot about schoolgirl samplers. But here they're learning all sorts of sewing, and they made small dresses just to learn the different sewing techniques. And here they are all in class. And I got the biggest kick out of this. Let me read it here. Sampler making declined and became obsolete over the second third of the 1800s as the quality of girls' education improved and the curriculum focused more on academic subjects. Quite a few mid-century writers complained about the decline in young women's needlework skills. Godly ladies lamented in 1860, "It is no longer a fashion, we are sorry to see and to say, in most private schools to have a sewing hour or a sewing afternoon for plain sewing. There are chairs worked and slippers filled in, but how to do an overseam so it looks like a thread, or to hem with the regularity of stitching machine, is a branch of education regularly ignored." So as early as the mid-1800s, needlework like this was in the schoolroom was coming into decline. But here it shows some books. See, they kept their sewing journals. These are some of the actual journals that they kept. I'm so impressed by those. This was quite an interesting article. I haven't finished it all, but it was written by Alden O'Brien, has a BA in art history from Barnard College and an MA in museum studies and costume and textile from the Fashion Institute of Technology. And then it goes more telling. But I wanted the newest issue of the Piecework. I always buy it at that little retail, that little quilt shop. And then when I get it, I ooh and ah over it. And then I always pick up the latest. I get 2 copies of this County Register, and you can see I've been reading it. Here, let me go to the front cover, which is 1 over, 2 over. Where's the front? This. Well, where's the front? Where's the front? Here it is. Summer Simple Adventures. What will you find in your very own state to explore? We should do a list on that. Because, you know, we're from a lot of different states. What is interesting in your state? I think I did something like that several years ago. I said I wanted to kind of virtually go urban sketching and where would be a good place to go urban sketching. But this would be more in your own state. What would you want to explore? And I'm trying to think here. I would probably, I'm not sure. I don't think I'd go west. I think I'd go northeast. I'd have to think about it. But it's I like it. It's more quilting, but it has some interesting stuff. There's a cup of tea with Lydia. She always writes an article, and here she gave a little verse where she took all the letters of the word blessing, and she had a friend, and she was picking out characteristics for her friend just with each letter of the word blessing. Like baking, cooking, sharing homemade English muffins was one of the things that she did. And let's see, what else is in here? Appreciate the art of quilting for the first time. This is where this lady took some members of our family to a quilt show, and they were impressed about how much work it was. Become inspired. I haven't read that one yet. I got this far, I think. Complete campfire feature. This is campfire stuff. Quilt and needlework show. Lincoln, Nebraska. At the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska has the International Quilt Museum. And just from reading the literature, they're supposed to have a collection of 8,000 quilts. And they tout it as being the largest quilt museum in the world, I guess. They probably do not have them all out on display. But I would love to go there. Maybe that's one thing I would like to do on here is what would you in your own state like to explore? What will you find in your own very own state to explore? I think that International Quilt Museum would be fun. I went to a little quilt show up in Aurora when I went up there to that garage sale when I bought those little porcelain angels. And I did a video of it, but it pixeled out on me. It's up there, but it was a poor video. But I would love to go to the one in Lincoln. So I'll have to put that on my bucket list. Let's see, a taste of my own medicine. Here they're doing, the pictures on here aren't very clear because it's newsprint. But they're doing a bird's nest bow, a robin nest bow, do it yourself. Summer's in full swing, which makes me very happy. This project is very simple. It may require a little time, but not much. So you should have plenty of time for all those other summer activities. A rag bow can be made from any fabric. Muslin may be a good choice, but cotton. And then here's some bang bang corn recipe. Plant diaries. I'm not going to read them all. I'm just reading the headlines. But I would, last year, when I was building my journal, I would take this page like this and split it in half here and split it in half there, and it's just fit my journals, or split it here and fold it that way. So I might continue that. I get 2 of them every time. I get one to keep and one to read. So I got those. I got 2 of those. I got my piecework, and I wanted to show you something in here, and I forgot what it was. I am a member of the AARP because I like to read their... Oh, I was showing you, it was this article here. I like to read the advice and everything, how to find happiness, Superfood, Smackdown, Read My Hands, Health Secrets, Your Nails and Knuckles Show. Yeah, well, if you're an artist, it's a little unhealthy in some regards. But I was thumbing through it. It came in the mail today. But I was looking at this, One Woman's Search for Happiness. But what I was looking at was the format. It's very much a grid format. And I was thinking it would be fun to take a story, a Fib Diggity story, and do it in a grid format like this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's about her search for happiness. Here she's at a job and she says, I can't keep working for this idiot forever. Oh. So I was going to share that. That's why I kept it in there. It came in the mail today. This is, well, let me show you here. I always go into the sale room. Let's see. I got some needles. I like these. I get 2 of them when I can find them. Where's the other one? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. I'll put this with my slow stitch because these are size 3 through 9 embroidery needles, and they got the large eye. And they were out of them the last time I went, but they restocked them, so I bought 2 of them. They're clover needles. I like them because they have the large eye. Well, this one down here is this. They've got different size eyes here, but most of them have pretty large eyes. The really tall ones have pretty large eyes. So I bought those. This is that Valdante thread. I got some pretty light blue. It's a size 12, which this size 12, now that I don't know if you saw that tree that I did the other morning, but this size thread, this is more of a needlework thread for embroidery and needlepoint, Valdante, but you can tat with it. But this size 12 is thinner than size 20. And a size 20 should be thinner than a size 12. So for those of you that tat, you know, as you work with various threads and everything, you become aware that different manufacturers, even though it's sizes 12, they're not all the same size. But I like this. I'm going to try some more things. I got some, a fat quarter, and they had a jar there with little, and I thought it was a drawing jar. And I said, can I put my name in? And she said, yes. Well, you don't put your name in, you pull a ticket out. I learned. And you get 25% off of any fat quarters. And that was at the cash register. I'd already bought this. This is kind of mechanical gears, but I saw it there and I thought, ooh, cool, it's good. They had some fabric that was more for building, you know, hammers and saws and that. But I kind of like this for like steampunk. So I got 25% off of this, which is a 4th off of $3.50. I'll let you guys figure it out. Not going to attempt it online. And I think that's all of that, the loose stuff. And then I want to show you this. I went back, I always go into the sale room, which is where I buy most of my stuff besides the magazine. They have these kits, and I saw this. I saw it, they had a display of it, and I just loved it. I'll open it up and show it to you. I just loved it. And I saw this, and it's a dollar sign, and I said, oh, $14.25. I can't afford that. But I asked the lady, they had some hanging up, and it only had $4.25 on it. And I asked her if she had any more of the $4.25s, and she said yes, and she went and got these. And these, let me open it up. It was a small quilt that they had hanging up. I'm not going to use it for quilting. I think I'm going to slow stitch. But it's a panel, and it's fairly, let's see, the size is, it's written on here, the size is 23 inches wide by 44 inches. So a 44 is what, a yard and, just about a yard and a third, something like that. I'll let you guys figure that up. It's fairly, there's a lot in it. It's fairly tall. This is half of it. Isn't this cool? But I thought, how cool for a journal cover. And it's several designs. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could make 2 journals. I could make 4 journals out of this. And so it was marked down from $7.19 to $4.25. So I bought 2 of them, and I'm going to use them in my slow stitch. Look, this already looks like it has little running stitches here. So I would probably leave that. And I'm not sure exactly. I have to think about how I want to stitch around it. And look, there's a border up here. Is there a border on the other side? Yes. And let's see what it says here for it's Maryland Moda, Kathy Schmitz, LLC, Maryland. It's called Maryland for Moda Fabrics, 100% cotton. How beautiful is the good earth. You know, and this is a pretty simple design in here. So I'm going to play with this fabric, just not online, and we'll see what I come up with here. So there's that, and then the backing, I had chosen backing fabric. It's all in the sale room, which I was thrilled because that wasn't quite half off, but it was getting there, probably about 40% off. Let me put it back in the baggie. And I got 2 of them because I'll be using them. And there's that one. And here's the, I bought enough backing fabric to do all of them. So this is the backing fabric. And they have quilted it. They made a small quilt, a small hanging quilt. I'm not going to do that. Again, it had the batting, and it was just really cool. It would not be hard to do that. If I start quilting, this is probably something like what I would start on and, you know, do my machine quilting in there. Let me fix this. So those were my little haul because I didn't get to the flea market and I didn't cut my hair, so I had a little extra money. The little lawnmower man didn't come, but in the long run, I think it's good because it rained this afternoon. We got some afternoon rain, so. But our grass is getting tall. Becky, did you get out there and mow? I don't know. She's still here. So that was my small haul. I didn't get to any thrift stores because my brother was with me and he already sat out in the car while I went into this fabric shop. And I always take longer at Walmart than he does. What did I do here? I didn't get it folded up good. And he goes out and I give him the keys to my car and he goes out and sits in the car and wait for me. And I didn't want to go. I wanted to go thrifting. I was thinking about going up to Hobby Lobby, but after I spent my money on this, I thought, no, I better get my bills paid. I don't know. I'm not getting that folded straight. So I had fun anyway today. I'll show you this as I work on. I've been working on the cover to my, what did I do with the sack? I've been working on the cover on my painted fabric that I did with Becky. I don't know what I did with this sack. I'm just going to put this behind me in the magazine rack. So, that's that. I had fun doing that. We went to Walmart. I bought some, what did I buy? I bought a lot of paper. I bought some bee-inspired pads, where they're $10. And I bought some white cardstock. And I bought some more of that Color Your World crayon paper, which I'm using to make these cards. So we'll send Becky a card, but maybe we'll find one tonight that she'll like. Let's see. What did I do with, did I put them up here? See, I've got Southern Living. I'm just going to show these to you. I probably won't use them. But depending on the magazine, I like the Mary Jane magazine the best. But depending on the magazine, you get different images. I got it here. I saved some numbers off of the card, the subscription card. I got flowers. Got several flowers here. Larger. Decorator stuff. Decor. And of course this ad, you know, has been around for a long time. But I still like it, where the little boy's playing the harmonica and the dog is howling. And this is just a wooden piece, probably off of a woodwork or something. Feed the Good. And then there's, you know, there's a lot of journal spots and But there's not all that cool stuff in here. We got some 2U history. Got some journal spots out of these magazines. Longhand, Until Now, Your Only Job. And that's about all I got out of that. I think this was the Cottage magazine. So, because those decorator magazines focus more on interior design. And, you know, I'm not thrilled with beds and curtains and chairs and stuff like that on my cards. Or even in my journals, depending on what I'm doing. Let me kind of... No, that was the Southern Living one. And this is the Cottages one. The Power of Patience, Inspiration, The House Next Door, Flowers. I kind of like this lady. She's out in the garden. And here's her garden, I think. Oh, these are things I hadn't seen. The decorator magazines have a lot of decorator stuff. Outdoor decorations. I like this one. I kept this one. These are the full pages that I was keeping. Let's see what else in here. I'll get down to the Mary Jane stuff here in a minute. I'm not going to deconstruct the magazine tonight. I'm just going to use what I've already. We'll make a few cards. This one says Flourish. I kind of like that with the flowers. Flourish Flower Farm. And it has a lot of different flowers. Gathered at the Table. This was a fall magazine. Oh, I did like these, though. These houses. This would make a nice little painting. It's very, very similar to the paintings we see. It's a 2-page affair. I don't know where the other page is. It's here someplace. So I'm just kind of showing you. I'm not going to probably go back and finish my Mary Jane pieces that I pulled out this morning. Do a few more cards tonight. I may leave a little early tonight, depending on where I'm at, because I got to get up early tomorrow and dust and vacuum, and I kind of cleaned the bathroom this evening. Let's see. This is the Mary Jane stuff that I separated out. These are the ones I wasn't going to use. So I'm not going to go through all of those. And I think these the ones I was going to use. Let's see. Yeah, because we've got... See, Mary Jane, these make nice cards. These make nice cards. I like her magazines. I think I got a new Mary Jane magazine today. I know I did. It's in with my papers. I haven't... So, I'm going to save this one out. So let me put these aside. And I've already made my cards. I got a whole stack of cards made from this morning, the base. And I just took and cut that Color Your World crayon paper, which is kind of a thin cardstock, and cut it and folded it. I think I cut an inch off of it and cut it in half and folded it in half and made it to fit these envelopes. So let me look at chat. Got 23 of you sharing your Friday evening with me. Thank you so much. Let me refresh my chat. So that's how my day went. Pretty good day. I can't complain. Becky says, let's see. I think it would be fun to apologize over the leaves. Oh, applique. Apologize over the leaves. Oh, yeah. On that big fabric, it would, wouldn't it? On that paneled fabric that I took out, that would be, Becky. I got apologize over the leaves. That's what I read when I first looked at it. Brenda says, those kind of remind me of Pennsylvania Dutch designs. They do, don't they, Brenda? And hi, Brenda. Let me go up here to where I left off. Let's see. Here's where we were telling Angie's news. And Becky said, yum, onion rings. And Angie said the family was with her aunt when she passed, so she got to say goodbye. There's Allie K. Did I say hello to you, Allie? And Dar, welcome in, ladies. Kitty Jen likes French onion soup. Teresa said she's praying for you and your family, Angie. Angie said, okay, let's craft. Yes, the uncle's last year and Mom is doing okay. Well, I'm glad your mother's doing okay, Angie. Brenda's here. Allie K says well, it's really a housewife. Those that I showed in that Piecework magazine, it called it a comfort, but it's the soldiers when they, especially during the Civil War, maybe even during the Revolutionary War, they had to mend their holes in their clothes, and they carried a little bag of stitching bag with them, and that's what that was covering. I think the housewife thing is more for ladies carry around the house. I can't pronounce it. I think it's probably German, Husswif. I'm calling it a housewife. Allie K says that's what Lizzie Brewer said those sewing kits for soldiers were called. Yeah, they probably called them different things. In the magazine, they called it a comfort, but let's see. I've heard it called, those sewing kits called housewives. I'm calling a housewife. It's because I can't pronounce the German word. Not going to try. Becky said it's absolutely pouring rain there tonight. Good. Becky said they've been getting rain in the evening. We got some rain this evening. It's still cloudy out. We got a little rain. We got to get our lawn mowed, Becky. Not so fast, Joni says now they charge dollars to take adulting classes at the community colleges so kids can learn how to stitch on buttons and wash the dishes. Well, they didn't do their chores at home. So now they got to pay their price to learn how to stitch on buttons and wash the dishes. Made by Pam says, thanks, Dar. Dar said something I missed it. Allie K said, I'll always remember when Mom told a story about her coworker who was trying to sew on her button. She had instructions from Google. She couldn't figure it out. The thread kept pulling through. Oh dear. I think I can sew on a button. It may not be the proper way, but I can get it to stay. Allie K says, turns out she didn't know you were supposed to tie a knot at the end of your thread. Oh my. Well, she learned, didn't she? That's how you learn. You pull your thread out 10 times and go, what's going on here? I guess AI had no hands-on experience, Joni said. Oh, that's funny. I guess not. Brenda said, the first time I washed the dish was a blast. Very pregnant Mom put us down to nap. She fell asleep. My sister and I decided to help her by washing the dishes. I ended up with my feet in the sink. I was 4.5. Oh, Brenda. Welcome in, Brenda. My mom would wash the dishes, and I would help her out. I would dry. And we had this kind of a pie cabinet. It belonged to my grandmother, a long, narrow pie cabinet. It was wooden. It had shelves. I still have it. It's up in Wisconsin in storage. But we kept our dishes in there at that time. And my mom would hand me a dish to dry, and she said, deliver this dish to this plate to Mr. So-and-so on shelf number 3. And I'd take it over, and I'd go, here, Mom? is this the right place? And she kind of made a game out of it. But not that I didn't know where the dishes go and all that, but it was just, it's a memory I have of a time with my mother. I don't have a lot of memories of when I was growing up. I have a few, like the first time I did urban sketching, she took me out and Mom, it was summer, Mom, what can I do? What can I do? And she took me out and sketched the barn and cows, and she said, now you do it. And I started doing it, and she turned around and walked away. Where you going? I got things to do. You just sit there and draw. So I did. I have that memory. And then I have more memories of her as an adult than I think. There are few other things. We should do a list on memories of your mom or the people who raised you. My mom was raised by her great aunt, so she was always talking about her great aunt, and her great uncle, who would be my great great uncle, did not speak English. He spoke English, but he didn't read English, and so my great great aunt would read the paper to him, the newspaper. My mom would tell that story. I think I'm going to make a lot of, I kind of hesitate doing a group list on it because we have such different experiences with our families. We come from such different backgrounds that I'm not sure it'd be a good thing, but you could do it for yourself, it doesn't have to be your mom or dad. It could be your grandmother or even a friend or a friend of the family. I could tell a lot of stories. Get me started on it. Let's see. Becky said, thread sizes in my mind are really made with the purpose in mind first. Yeah. That Valdante thread is more of a needlework thread than for the tatting world, but you can tat with it, but you have to keep in mind that a size 12 should be heavier in the tatting world. A size 12 should be heavier than a size 20. But a Valdante thread, size 12, is much thinner than the tatting. Let's see. Brenda says, I've always wondered if Mom re-washed the dishes or if we ate off of plates I washed with my feet. I bet she re-washed them, Brenda. Allie K says, Brenda, if I knew what I know now, I would have started doing dishes, laundry, or any of the other. I wouldn't have started doing dishes, laundry, or any other housework. Angie does a lot of housework. Oh, my brother took out the trash. I'm thankful for that. I cleaned the bathroom. I cleaned the bathtub and the stool and the sink tonight. Then he went in there, and he always stinks it up, and I have to go in there and room spray. But I'll go in there and check it tomorrow before they come. They're coming in the late morning, and it's just the time of that family or that high school reunion. But I would rather see the baby than friends from 55 years ago. And she doesn't get over here much. And so it means a lot to my brother. He's a great grandpa now. Becky said, if I did not mow as it was too wet, and now it's pouring rain here, so it may be Sunday or Monday before it gets dry enough to mow. Unless, of course, it rains more. Yeah, we've had a very wet spring. And even though it's hard to mow afterwards, it's nice to have the rain because we've had a couple years of really dry years, and the rain is welcome. But the little lawnmower guy, he's got a riding mower, so that should make it a little easier for him to mow. But he better get over here soon, or I'm going to have to go out there and mow it myself because it's going to have to be done. And I mowed the garden spot, and the garden spot is pretty much gone back to grass. And I want to get that landscape fabric down so that we can kill all the weeds for next year. But I keep it mowed I don't want it to get really long. And we got a pickup full of dead branches that need to be taken out to the junkyard. And then we've got some things left from last year's garden that needs to be put in the pickup and hauled out to the, but they're starting in our little town here. They never charged for us to take things out to the junkyard. Now we have to pay a gate fee to get in, so we've got to do that. And Brenda says, Angie, I'm not fond of housework. Luckily, Bo pitches in. I still don't like it, but the load is lighter, which helps. Yeah, my brother now, he pretty much takes care of, when I first came down here, I always ate supper with him, and he generally cooked it, and then I did all the cleanup. But since I had that bout last fall with my kidneys, I don't eat what he eats. So I've been buying my own food, and he cooks for himself, and he does most of his own cleanup. Some things he leaves for me, like when he scrambles eggs and... At least he lets the skillet, he puts the skillet to soak, but I'm the one who has to clean it. And some of the pots and pans I handle, but most of the stuff now, he's pretty good about cleaning up after himself. So I'm thankful for that. Let's see. Aunt Becky says, I don't like housework much either, but I like a nice home, so I guess I have to suck it up and do the task. Yeah. Well, I got all my boxes most of my boxes out of the dining room. I still have some small things that I want to get back into my craft closet. But we got the high chair that her dad would be my brother's grandson, her dad. Her grandmother used the high chair for her dad. And it's been sitting in the dining room ever since I've been here. And so I got it out and dusted it off real good. I threw away it kind of had some covers that were vinyl, pads that were vinyl. And I threw them away. I just said that, you could probably clean them, but she would probably throw them away. But it's a nice oak high chair. But I'm afraid that baby's going to be too big for that high chair. I don't know if she's going to want it. But we got that out, and then there's a 2-foot doll that's sitting in a little chair. It's really cute. It's a little doll with a pretty little frilly dress and frilly hair. It was an expensive doll. It was a handmade doll, done by a real doll maker. And she's sitting in a chair. It probably stands about 2 feet high, even with the doll sitting in it. And I got that out and dusted that all off and made sure that, it was, because it was sitting in the dining room, and, you need to keep those things dusted. And then I drug down all the Afghans that she crocheted. There was a big, huge tote, not just a little 3-foot one. It's a 6x4 or whatever, one of those big totes, bigger than my desk here. And it was filled with Afghans that she crocheted. And I took one and kept it for our chair in the living room. My brother, it fits the chair nice. And kind of for my brother too. And all the others, well, I washed them all. And then I washed them all and got them smelling. Well, they weren't smelly, because they were not smelly, but I just freshened them up and put them all back in there. So when she comes tomorrow, she can have her pick of what she wants, as far as I'm concerned. I think those 3 things my brother's kind of let go of, but I'm thinking she might want some other stuff that he's not ready to let go of yet. Her grandmother had a Coke collection, and she might want some of that. And my brother gets a little possessive of that stuff because he thinks it's valuable. And I can't quite convince him that it's not as valuable as it used to be. But I keep saying to him, he never looks at it. It just sits over there in the corner. It's a nice display, but he would miss it if it wasn't there, but he never really looks at it or anything. Let's see, what else? Talking about housework. Becky says it's got to be done, so she does it. Brenda says, Becky, we've been getting pop-up storms daily for over a week. The grass is loving it. Becky says, ours too. I filled the bucket with dishcloths, so now I can work on my July strips for the crochet along. Yeah, I think I'm still going to do mine in, I was going to work on it tomorrow, but I think my tomorrow is filled up with family. But I think I'm still going to do mine with white, that creamy, kind of a tannish cream color. I think I'm going to start all over, Becky. I'm thinking I will go ahead and make what I have into a lap gown. That sounds good. Brenda says, same Becky, I think my aversion to housework comes from my having housework and farm work growing up. My brother only had the farm work. I figured if I could muck stalls, they could do the dishes or clothes. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Brenda says, they'd laugh about getting extra dirty dishes, so I had to deal with mud and manure. I was sewing patches on knees. The devil made me sew through the bottom of their pants shut. Oh, you sewed the bottom of their pants shut? I got in trouble, but it was worth it. That's funny, Brenda. Hi, Mitzi. I'm reading chat from way back. You guys are probably way ahead of me. Welcome in, Mitzi. Good to see you. Aunt Beck says, yeah, I remember those days on the farm, too. Being added to the hay wagon stacking was hard work, but the guys were never in the house helping with anything in the house. Yeah, my brother doesn't even, he reads the daily paper and then throws it over on the other recliner, and I pick it up on the other recliner and I read it, and then I put it behind the chair. And if those papers get recycled, you know who's going to do it? It isn't going to be him, let's put it that way. It's a big old stack. It's time to take him. And he wouldn't bother with taking them to the recycle center. I take them, load them up in my car and take them and recycle them. But I think I'm going to put some out in the garden and put them underneath that landscape fabric. They're saying hello to Mitzi. Becky said they also had to sew their own rank. Oh, we're talking about the Civil War and the Revolutionary soldiers. Joyce said, they made my son take home ec when he was in 8th grade. It didn't go very well. And she says, Mitzi, you wasn't here. My aunt that had cancer passed away this morning. Thank you for prayers. Becky says, when I graduated high school in 82, it was required that all the seniors take Foods 101 and 102, even the boys. Home ec was not required for us. I took shorthand and business typing. I did not take home ec. I probably should have, but my mom was pretty good. She taught me the basics of cooking. She taught me how to make gravy without it getting lumpy, and she taught me the basics of sewing, how to make, how to cut out a pattern, a basic pattern, and how to, put darts in, and how to baste. My mom always told me to baste, and I baste to this day, sewing baste, because my mom is in my ear going, baste that, Mary. Well, I don't baste when I'm putting together those scrap cloths. I pin those in. I don't baste, but after I get it all pinned in, we do the hidden baste stitch. Let's see. They're saying hello to Mitzi and Joyce. And Jen says, my grandmother's dad's mom had a tornado cellar in her front house in some place. But the funny thing is, a tornado never really happened in California, or not that part of California. Becky said, I'll be right back. I'm going to get ready for bed. Jen says, no one ever went down there. They're talking about the tornado cellar. So who knows if there was anything interesting down there. Yeah, in the house the last house that my mom and dad lived in, it was down by the river, and they had an outdoor cellar, and I mowed over that. I mean, now you have to consider this is an old farmhouse, and it was probably built in the maybe the 20s or 30s, and I the cellar was outdoors. It was an outdoors cave, is what it was, and I had a mow over it, and every time I mowed over it, I'd get scared that I was going to fall in. I hurried and mowed fast. And I also had to mow close to my parents heated that house with propane. They had a big old propane tank out there, and I was scared to run that mower around that propane tank. I would do it fast. But I know I was out there mowing thinking about what happened with our President Trump lately. But I remember when I was out in the yard, I was doing some garden work for my parents. When I was living with my parents, I was out in the garden. Now you have to consider they lived down by the river, and it was very rural. And I was out weeding my nasturtiums. I had planted some nasturtiums, and I just know I didn't feel it. I heard a bullet whiz right by my head, and it hit the house. There was an old unoccupied house across the street from us. It hit over there. And boy, that scared me. That scared me a lot. I know it was a bullet. You know, there was some people out hunting. And, you know, you just think sometimes how the good Lord protects you. That could have been, they could have shot me. And I would tell Mom that she'd be darn careful when she goes out. If she hears gunfire, not to go out and work in the garden. And then another time I was out for a walk, because it was very rural. I wasn't afraid to go out walking. And I walked down by the river, and there was a bridge, you know, a little country bridge. Not a high bridge, but a kind of a low bridge. And I'd walk down there, and then I'd walk back to our house. And I was heading back, and I looked down the road, and there was this, I know it was a mountain lion. I know it was a mountain lion. It sure was. My mom said, oh, it was a dog. And I'm going, a dog doesn't walk like that, you know. It kind of not swayed, but you know how mountain lions walk. And luckily, I think the wind was down. I think I was down. The wind was blowing the other way, so it didn't catch my scent. And there used to be, now I'm talking several years ago, at least 30 years ago, if not 40 years ago, that I lived with my parents. And at that time, there was a serviceman who served in the Army in the Vietnam War. And he'd come home, and he was known to keep animals like that in his house. He was a rural house, you know, and he was not married. And I just know, maybe it was a pet, I don't know, that got loose, but boy, it scared me. And I stood there until it walked away, and it walked into the ditch, and I couldn't see it anymore, and then I walked home. But I told my mom, I said, you be darn careful when you go out walking. Not that, you know, it didn't deter her from walking. And then one time I went out walking, and I was always afraid of the cows. You know, I would be afraid of the cows. They must have thought I had something to eat, because I was walking. It's a rural area, and I walked by the pasture, and they saw me, and I didn't have red on. I made sure I did not have red on, and they must sense it. I don't know, but they all started running toward me, and I'm going, they're going to kill me. And I don't remember if I stood still or if I just walked slowly away, but it scared me. I'm going, those cows are going to kill me. They're going to run me over. Of course, they were on the other side of the fence, but I don't know if that would have stopped them. And I was telling my neighbor lady about it, and she said, yeah, we were driving home and we saw that happen. We thought it was odd. And I'm going, ooh, if they thought it was odd. So I don't like to go out walking by myself too much, even in rural areas, especially in rural areas. Around small town here might not be too bad. All right, Becky said she's going to be back. Jen, I think I'm about down to the bottom of chat. Brenda said my boys did housework along with us in tree surgery company and yard work. My girls did farm work and yard work along with the housework. Cooking is something else all my kids learned. Well, good, Brenda. You raised them well. Angie says she's still here. Allie K says, I started making squares following Becky's crochet along. I started with the almond ridge stitch. I can't get it to look right. Is that, yeah, that's the first one. I kind of struggled with that too. Just do what you can do and move on. It gets a little easier. Allie K. My first almond ridge, I'm going to do it again. Mine was not all that great because I was making squares. But I'm going to hang all my squares on a book ring, so I'm not concerned that the squares are all the same size. If you're going to make them all the same size, you know, you can stitch them together and make an afghan or a pillow or something like that. I'm going to hang mine all on a book ring. So if some are small, I don't care. Angie said she's scared of her own shadow. Well, I'm not scared of my shadow, but it can be kind of creepy. Well, I'm not getting much done. It's already 9:15 almost. So I'll probably do a couple cards here. I think I want to send one of these to Becky that we made. This one I'm keeping with Friday Morning Club. Becky gets her choice of one, but I was thinking about doing the rolling pin, and that might look good. I might have to cut it down a little. And this one is kind of cool. You know, these are real simple cards. I'm just gluing them on. I did buy some Pen Plus. I could not find, well, I did find some glue sticks that were not school glue, but they're the real tiny ones. I wanted a big glue stick, and I couldn't find them at Walmart. I ended up getting some Pen Plus gears. I think I like this, too. I might put a picture or something with that. I'm going to kind of put some of these together here. Let's see. This says Wild Bread. Oh, I saved the clip. I was going to put one of those photographs with that. Let's see. Let me zoom in a little because I'm pretty far out. Let's see if you guys can see these a little better. And maybe zoom. Well, let's see how it looks on my tablet here. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that for now. And let's see, I was looking at this lady. She's serving, no, it looks like she's making a pie. So we're just going to, this one kills me. This one, we've been talking about housework. But this is all housework. I don't see her working in the yard or anything. I think it might fit on a card. Let me get the card out. I might have to trim it just a little down here at the bottom. And let's see, Wonders. I got some little stuff here I could put on that clip. This is like that black. Here's another clip. I like the Mary Jane magazine the best, I think. I really do like it. Here's some for doing stuff like this. I got another. I sent my magic sifter to Raul, but I had another one that was on the cover. I'm going to put it in there. Here's the ladies chatting over the garden gate. Now I'm going to keep the little ones in a stack here. Farm gal book. Oh, I saved this. I got the biggest kick out of this. Recycling reduces our need to dump our garbage in somebody else's backyard. Got some little flowers. Here's the photograph. I wanted to take this clip and make it look like, maybe I'll cut a slit there and make it like that, look like that clip is holding these photographs. Put that over here. Wait a minute. I get these mixed up. These are done. These are putting together. This could go in the side of that one, this one. Get it out here. Because this was on the other side. It went like that. But I'll take this and put it on the inside. Not everything will have something on the inside. And let's see what else I got. Some words. I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought and that gratitude is happiness doubled. I think I'll put that wherever that black one I did is. There's the rolling pin. Where's that black one? What did I do with it? It was one of my first ones. Did I get it mixed up here? No, hold on. I'm going to shuffle these around. So this is a good way, here it is. This is a good way to use up your magazines if you got magazines sitting around. The Reminisce magazine is good too for fussy cuts. History books, old history books. Open it up this way. This one is not folded straight. I'm not going to use it. I'll send it to myself or something. I want something that's folded halfway decent. It will still look good on here. Or decent. And then I'll put this thankfulness one on the inside. Not everything will have something on the inside, but if it fits, I will. And what's this? That's a barn, a painted barn with the Iowa. Now, let's hold that back. And here's another photograph. It says home. Another photograph. I like this one. This one's cool. That should go on a darker pink one or even a brown one. Hopefully it'll fit. If I trim it down, I think it will. Yeah, it fits that way. I'll do this one tonight. Keep it out. Teapot and the typewriter. A desk set. It's a book. Flower. Some of these I have to think about. There's another photograph. That's a quilt. Some clothespins. I'm getting down to the bottom. It's pretty. I think that would go nice on one. Have to cut it down a little. Probably make it fit two of them if I cut it. We'll see. And what's this? Blessings. Taking me home. This one. Mostly pink flesh tones for these cards. There's no yellow or blue ones. This is Crayola flesh, the flesh tones of the world. So that's what I'm using tonight. Use that one. I like this one where she's planting, but we're not going to do anything with it. This, my way home. Make it simple. This is where the pot lids. Gosh, I missed that flea market. I was going to get some pot lids. or they hung their aprons on the pot lids in the Mary Jane magazine. Here's another small one. I'm going to put it with the photographs. Here's, ever wondered what to do with those mismatched lids? That goes with that. Wash day, that might fit on something. It's kind of big though. And then there's just a couple little pieces here. Make it. So these, I'm going to put back inside this one I'm keeping out for me. That Friday Morning Club. What time is it? It's 8:55. So it's almost 9. I'm going to do this for an hour, but maybe around 8:45. No, let's make it 8:30. I mean 9:30. 8:30 is already gone. It passed us by. I'm going to put this card in here because it's not folded straight. Let me put a note here. Giveaway, card giveaway at, I'm going to say 9:30. It's kind of late, but we chatted a lot. I got off onto, I like to chat with you guys. Where's my colon there? There it is. 9:30 p.m. Central. And I'll take a couple of those cards. I don't think I'll get, let me pin that. I don't think I'll get more than 2 done, but I'll give away the ones that I did this morning. Let me pin it. Because I want to build my card stash, but I'll have plenty here. So let's see, what one should I do? I like this one. This one would be good to do. So we're going to, that will be easy to do. And maybe not that one. Possibly this one. I'd have to fussy cut that a lot. I like that one. Should we do this one? I'll do this one another time. We need to put some outdoor stuff on. I like that one. And we'll do the rolling pin. So these are to-dos here. Let's start with the rolling pin. And I don't know what I did with my book, but I only used 1 page of it. So, and these are my little ones I was going to put on that paper clip. I might do that yet. We'll see. I'm just going to put it, keep this out because I didn't get very much glue. I didn't get much glue on my paper this morning. Oops. It's not sticking onto the, let's put it over here. It's not sticking onto the mat there. So we're going to do the rolling pin one. Let's see, I need to cut it down a little. I'm going to see if I can't tear it with my ruler. And let's tear it right here. Make sure I have it straight. Or fairly straight. It may not be totally straight. My ruler's straight. I want the rolling pin. Tear it right there. And see what I get. And it will have torn edges on it. Now I'll cut the rest of that. Because this is just, it's really just play. It's using free magazine images. And I have to say, I like the Mary Jane magazine the best. All right. And I'm going to have to trim it a little. I think I'll take off of this side. I'm going to straighten it up again. On that line, see if I can tear this. Let's kind of fold it, crease it, and then tear it. There we go. Make sure I have, and there'll be nothing on the inside, but when I send it to you, I take one of these yellow notes and write a note to you. That's what I did. I just wrote a little, I need to take just a little more off of this. Just wrote a little note because I want to make these so that you can reuse them if you want. The rolling pin, so let's put some glue on this. And I'm still using the school glue. I did not buy any more school glue today. I bought some Pen Plus Gear glue. But I think the school glue is going to hold it for, at least until it gets to you. It may not hold it for years. I've seen people use this purple school glue in their journals. So I don't know the longevity of this. Alright, I should have measured. It's about 5 inches. And this is 6.5, I believe, but let's see if I get, that's about right. I'll move it up just a teeny bit, but do I have it? Yeah. I'm getting it as straight as I can. It may not be perfect, but you can always do what you want with it. Whoever gets it. That's pretty good. I'm liking that. And that's all I'm going to do. So there's one more. And let's see which. Let's do this gal in the wheat field. We're going to do her in portrait mode. Make sure I'm doing it with the open side there. And let's kind of center it on here. Tear right about there. And turn it around. Maybe move it in a little and tear. I'll have to cut that white off. And it's probably a little over 1/4. We'll make it 1/4. We'll make, of course, this is probably more like that. Make this a little more like the top and the bottom. And I think this was the article on forgiveness. It was either the article on forgiveness or the article on ticks. But it's still a neat picture. She's celebrating out in the field there. I like that. Let's trim this white off. So, I'm not going to save this stuff because I've got plenty. It's scrappy. Sometimes you, oh, I didn't I threw away my trash this morning. I didn't get me another trash bag out. Let me reach for one. Here. There we go. Threw away the trash because I tore apart that magazine and I had plenty. So let's put glue on this. These are easy to do. I really enjoy doing this because I don't get bored doing it. Sometimes when you do all that detail work, of course you have to fussy cut it and trim it down and all of that, but I kind of enjoy doing this. This holds my attention. So I did it about like this. Whoops. Don't go crooked on me. My finger's sticking to it. That's why it could come up just a little. Not like that. And it's just a little way to send a greeting to a friend. I'm going to use them for Happy Mail. And you know, it's something that can be put in your journal or tossed or whatever you want to do with them. All right, let's see what else I have here. I've got the lady. I like these ladies. They're chatting. And gosh, it's only 9:06 and I'm on my third card. So after you get it all fussy cut and ordered together with the envelopes and get the card bases made, it goes pretty fast. Yeah, I would look at, I've got a whole bunch of Reminisce magazines upstairs. I'll go up and get those. I'm going to tear apart the ones I have, though. I've got several Better Homes and Gardens, or Christmas issues, and Thanksgiving issues. I want to make sure I have the open end here. I want to get what I got at the library the other day torn up before I bring down any from upstairs. I'm going to have to move this over quite a bit. It says, join today. Whoops, it's just a little crooked here. Let's see if I can adjust it. I'm hoping that glue is enough to hold it. That is cut there. I don't think that's folded under, that's cut, but I'm going to have to put some more glue on this. I'm wary of this glue. I get it on there and boy, it dries pretty fast. I wish that Yes Paste would make glue sticks. I call Yes Paste my glue stick in a jar. I wish that they would make glue sticks. I'm going to have to move it over a little bit. See, I have to play with this, and by the time I'm done playing with it, the glue is dried. Yeah. Put her down, and there's that one. So there's 3. What else do I have going here? I've got this one, which is all fussy cut. I don't have to do any trimming on it. And I'm going to put this verse inside. And I'm just going to put it like that. I could cut it down a little, but I'm just going to put it like that. So let's do that one. Make sure I have my folded edge. I don't want to put it, sometimes I put it this way and I go, oh, they're going to have to open the card that way. No, it goes like this. So I wouldn't be surprised if those of you who get these cards, if you might have to re-glue, touch up some of this glue. I'm just using what I have, so I quit buying glue sticks. But I think I'm going to order some off of Amazon just to have around. What happens, though, if I don't use them, if you don't use them, they gum up on you. Even the good Elmer's glue ones. If you don't use them, they can gum up on you. Get hard and yucky. Especially those Scotch ones. I'll put it up a little. No, it's got to come over. See, by the time I get it placed, there. That's pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'm not perfect. And I think I'll use this just like this. It's a little bit higher up here. I don't think this is cut straight. And so I'll trim this a little here. It's not cut straight here. That's a little bit better. It's not too bad. I'm going to put this on the inside of it. It's about being thankful. It says, I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought, and that gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. G.K. Chesterton. It's got a little bit more black up there than it does here, but I don't know, maybe I can tear it. And maybe not. We'll see. I'll fold it here. Get a kind of a crease. Help it tear. There we go. That's a little better. So let's put that in. So these are just meant to be little happy mail notes. They aren't meant to be anything more than that. Just a little cheering up. I did send one off to Janet Baum. That one that we did this morning. I think Becky sent her one. And yeah, I would, if you have cards sitting around, an encouragement card, and if you think of it, Janet Baum's address is in Beth's group. I went out and checked this morning. What did I do? I wonder if that's going to, I think that'll dry. My glue, put it on the wrong side. Let's put some more glue on it. I think this will dry. I think it'll be okay. Gotta be careful, Mary. I'll check that one. I may not send this one tonight because I'm messing her up. I don't want it to, we'll see if it sticks. Alright, I want this over here. Right in. Up a little, Mary. That's good. Right in there. Oh, I put it in upside down! See, I'm getting tired. Let's see if it still has sticky on it. I think it does. All right. So you open it up. You can open it this way, or you could open it that way and read it. I don't think the glue here is enough to worry about. It's not sticking. So I think it'll be fine. What time is it? It's 9:14. I can do a few more here. We've got this one. with her baking the pie, I feel like I need a word. What did I do with those? So put them up here. Let's see if I can find a word quick with this. Make it. Make it. I had a make it in here. Word, that toward the back. That says make it. I cut it down a little. We could put a flower there, a little flower. I had little flowers here. I'm looking for a little flower. Here's a little flower. And how am I going to do that? Let's trim stuff up here. That's a bird. I could put this little birdie on there. I like the flower better, but there's a little bird here. Looks like she's serving the bird a pie. Let's start with this. I should be more conscious when I cut these things out. I kind of whack at them. And I'll say, well, when I use it, I'll shape it up. But sometimes it's beyond shaping. So make it, and I think what I'll do here is kind of cut her shape out here. Like that. And then the flower, it has a leaf there. My lighting's not good. I don't think I'm going to do the leaf. I'll just kind of cut these little blooms. I'll do the leaf down here. It's okay down there. Oh, I think that works. Make it. What time is it? It's 9:18. When I do all this cutting, it slows me down. Let's get rid of these. Did any of you ever use this purple school glue? Do you have any opinions on it? What is your experience with using it? So far, now the cards I sent out today seem pretty nice. I mean, they were good when I put them in the envelope. We're just going to put this one here. Oops, maybe we'll put it over a little. I have a hard time centering this stuff on here. And yeah, I got a little nip down in there. Let's see if I can't straighten that out just a little there. And we're going to do the make it next up here. It just says make it. I'll come out and read chat here right before I do the giveaway. I am going to leave at 10 tonight because I've got a big day ahead of me tomorrow. I'll start early in the morning with cleaning. I got to dust and vacuum and make sure the bathroom's smelling good. Check the kitchen's not too bad. They probably won't go out in the kitchen. Drag some of my stuff from the living room in here and put the room divider up so that it blocks off all my junk. All right, I'm happy with that. Oh no, I'm not. Look what I did. Doggone it. See, I didn't check. Well, I'm not going to send that one. I'll have to redo that whole thing. I'm not going to redo it tonight. Because, see, I do that. I'm talking and working at the same time. This says, this needs to be trimmed here. It says continued. And I think I'll do this trimming thing again here, like they do that with photos. In scrapbooking, they trim around the, this is a scrapbooking technique. I like the Make It one, but it's backwards. I've got to redo it. I probably could fussy cut those out, but I'm not going to do it tonight because I want to move on. Come on. So what am I going to put with this? This is scrap. I could put the little birdie there. And I need a word. Let's cut the little birdie out. He looks like a sticker. When you leave a white space around it, it's kind of called the comic book cut because, you know, comic book characters have a white space around them. That's what I've heard them called. That little birdie on this one. And let's see. What do I have? I've got these pictures. I'm not going to do this one tonight. I like this one. Alright, I need to find maybe a word. That blessing, would that fit on here? She's serving tea. The world's. Ooh, we could put this teacup on here. Do it this way. Cut those out. I'll have to think about that. Everything's upside down. Here's the blessings. Trim it off. I still kind of like the teacup and teapot. I think I'm going to. My little birdie, he might go on there. We'll see. This might be the last one. It's 10:24. If I can get this one done in a few minutes. Let's trim up my blessings. It might not be exactly at 9:30. I'll do it after I get this card done. Put the blessing there. That teapot's gonna be, I think I'm gonna leave the white inside the lid. I'm not gonna try to fussy cut all that out on this. Yeah. Got a spoon there. Let's see what I can do here. Not going to be perfect. I've got just a little bit of white showing right in there. That's better. Now, if I can glue this down without too much problem, the spout is going to be an issue. It's not too bad, though. Come on. Come on. I want to get done. What are you doing? Being ornery. They're just supposed to be little happy notes, not anything that you'd pay $5 for. All right, we're going to put the teapot here and the teacup there. Can I put that little birdie in there? No, I don't think he goes. Let's put the ladies down first. This will be the last one. I've still got a minute here, a couple minutes, and then we'll do the giveaway. And I'm going to let Becky, if she's still here, she might have gone to bed. I'm going to have to give one to Becky. Becky, are you out there or are you asleep? Are you sleeping, Becky? Wake up. If you respond, I'll let you have your pick, but if you don't respond, I'll pick for you. All right, we're going to put blessings right in here. I do prefer doing this with a glue stick rather than a Yes paste. A Yes paste. I was thinking I was going to get me some glue brushes and see how they work with that Yes paste. All right, we're going to put the blessings right up here. Do I have it? No, of course not. I got it upside down. See, I didn't check. You always got to check and make sure you're fold. Can I get this off? I think I can, if I'm careful. Of course, it's sticking when you don't want it to. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to pull this one. Make sure your fold is right here. Like that. That one I'm going to have to redo. All right, let's put some more glue on her. The fold is there. We're going to have the giveaway as soon as I get this card done. I almost had it. Then I remembered to check. And of course I didn't have it. Okay, I'm going to put them in there. We've got to redo the blessing one. And put that right about here. Blessings. And then we'll put the teacup here. Looks like a hat on this side. I'm going to put it over her, overlap her just a little. And the tea kettle here. Maybe down a little because it's going to hit the... That's good enough. I don't want to lift that teacup up again. Be very careful of the spout. I'm a little teacup, short and stout. Here's my handle and here's my spout. Did you guys ever used to play that game? I used to play it with a friend, and we'd go underwater at the swimming pool and play that game. I'm a little teacup, short and stout. Whoops. Let's see if I can't put her a little straighter here. Got a little purple on it. Gotta move it down a little because it doesn't hit the G. There, I'm gonna call that done. And we're gonna put it with this envelope. So we're ready to have the giveaway. If you're out in the, I'm only three minutes off. I've got to redo this card. This card I think I can still use. It just, I got to get more. And let's see, I have this one to do, and this one, and this one, and the flowers here. Oh no, this one. So I've got some more to do here. These are my to-dos. And to do over. And that scrap. This can go with these. These I think are extras I had out. There's my little birdie. We'll put that there. So if you're up in the balcony and want to win a card, if I don't know if I'll get them out tomorrow because I got to get up in the house and get up in the morning and do some housework. So I won't have time to address them, and I want to get to bed tonight. But they'll go out next week. So we have several here. We've got this one and this one. This one. I have to pick one. Becky, she didn't respond. I think Becky went to bed. I have to pick out one for Becky. Shall I send her the rolling pin one? Let's send Becky the rolling pin. So I'm going to save that one for Becky. So we have the, let me put these over here, get them out of my way. The rolling pin one goes to Becky. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's kind of cool. I like, oh, I didn't make that one. That one goes in the make pile. This one I made this morning. It says Us Sisters. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think I'm going to give away 4 of them tonight, and the one and one for Becky. So there'll be 5 of them going out. So which ones do I want to give away? I think I'll give away this one with the group ladies here. I think I'll give that one away tonight. I like this one quite a bit. It says join today. I'm going to give that one away. Let's see. I think I'll give away the tea kettle one. So that's 3. I need 1 more. I think I'll give away this one. And I'll save these for my stash. They'll go out for Happy Mail. And then this one goes to Becky. And I might do this again. We'll see what my fussy cuts. I might get out the Reminisce magazines and see what I can find. So I'm going to have a giveaway for these 4. Right here. And let's see. I wanted to use that same paper that I had this morning. What did I do with that? Oh, of course. This one goes to Becky. Hold on, I have to stand up and... Where did I put that paper? Piled everything on top of it? No. Well, I guess I'll get out another paper. I wanted to use the same one. I'm not going to fool around because I want to get it done. So let me get out another paper. I was going to do them both on the same paper. So I'd keep track of it, but can't keep track of myself. So here's the paper. I'll put that up there. To keep it from blowing away. Alright, I got the fan on me tonight. So I'm going to hold this paper in half, and I'm going to put these cards like this because I need room to write. And I'll put a little note in them. I probably will, these will not go out to next week because I just won't have time tomorrow, I know. And the mail goes out at, post office closes at 9:30 in the morning. So, let me write on this. So this is Mary Jane. I need a bigger pen here. Mary Jane Mag Azine card giveaway. And this is getting, I gotta throw some of these pens away. I looked for pens today and they weren't on the shelf. The range is 1 to 100 international. If you're international, you're welcome to play. This is 7/14/24 evening. And I'm going to give away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the person, I'm going to do the random sequence number generator. We go down the numbers. Person closest to the top number gets this one. Person closest to the second number gets that one, and on down. International are welcome to play. We don't have a big crowd in here, so you're welcome to change your number, get rid of duplicates, do all that sorting out. Let me get my phone out here. And while you're putting in your numbers, hi Legia, welcome in. And you can play for somebody if you want. Arlene won, Ruth Lamb won one for Arlene this morning. So I sent one to Arlene, so don't play for her because she's already got one. Ruth Lamb has one, Raul has one, and somebody else. I sent one to Janet Baum. Who was the 5th person? I can't remember. I wish I knew what I did with my paper. But I'll remember if they win it. All right, so let me put in go 1 to 100. Send. So there you go. We've got 23 in here. You've got a good chance to win a card. It's just a little happy card, a little hello card to brighten your day. Let me fix my chat filter here. And then I'll come out and read messages and probably go to bed after that. You're welcome to play for somebody. I need your address, though. I don't think I have your address, Joni. So if you win one, make sure you get your address to me. Hi, Beth Schuler. Hi, Sharon Lombard. Hi, Katia. I said hello to Katia. Mitzi, Brenda, Legia, Joni, Teresa. All right, ladies, I'm just gonna, we'll get this done. I don't think I have a big crowd in here, but get your card, get your number in there if you want to play. If you're out in the balcony, want to win a card, pop in there. Let's see, I need to go to my, I don't want this, I want that. Firefox and new tab and history. And I did the random sequence generator this morning. And I think it's this one. And that has all the numbers in it. I'm going to go back and reset it, 1 to 100. And everything looks good here. I'm going to turn the lights down. They're already down a little. Get rid of my notifications. I don't see anything out there that's... Harvard just has storms likely to start in the next few hours. That was at 9:42 p.m. So, got Molly commenting. I'll keep that. Are we done? Kitty Jen says, Kitty Jen was the other person. Kitty Jen, if you want to play for somebody, you can play for somebody if you want. Play for Janet Nash. Somebody put in a number for Janet Nash. Kitty, would you put in a number for Janet Nash? Who else? Arlene won one this morning. Yours is on its way, Jen. Yeah, put in a number for Janet Nash. I'd like to send her one, but I want her to win it. I want somebody to win it for her. I'll probably eventually, if she doesn't win one, I'll probably put in thank you. Yep, thank you, Jen. So, all right, I think we've got a fair amount of numbers in here. So, I'm going to count down real fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The rolling pin one's going to Becky. We'll just leave that out on the top. 2, 1. I need to put in the stop. Oh, get my head on straight. Stop. Send. Stop. Okay. So now let's go out to random org. I'm going to get some rain tonight. I'm going to have tall grass. I have it set here. Format in 1 column. Smallest number is 1. The largest is 100. Part 2, where we get the sequence, and you can see I can't go down any further. So we're going to get sequence here. We're going to take the top 4 numbers. So get sequence. It's 97, 65, 98. Oh, there's some high numbers there, and 52. So this one goes to Becky. All right, the first number is 97. Where did I throw my pen? 97. I'll put it in here. 97. 65. 98. And boy, there are some high numbers here, and 52. So, I see a 90 for Beth Schuler. So we're going to put her, I'll just send these, I'll just pick one and send them at random. What I generally do is I address the envelopes. I put all the cards in the envelopes and I seal them. And then I go and address them. I don't know what's in what envelope when I address it. So you'll get one of these. This one I know is going to Becky. So I see a 90. Let's give that one to Beth Schuler. Does that make sense? Correct me if I'm wrong here. I missed Becky this morning. So you're saying that my 9 was a bad choice? Beth, 90. Sharon L. had 80. Well, we'll put her at 98. Sharon Lombard. Yeah, this random org, usually it gives a pretty good range. I would rather do that than just the other one. Gives me a pretty good range, but they were pretty high numbers this time. So Sharon Lombard. I'll be doing this again, though. I've got plenty of cards. I kind of enjoyed doing this. I'm trying to build up my card stash. Gosh, I didn't get a box today. I wanted to go to flea market and get a box to put my cards in. Becky is building up her card stash, and that's kind of what I want to do, but I'm taking what, I'm saving off some, and what I don't send, I'll put in my box. All right. Katia says Lynn J was 63. Thank you, Katia, because, all right, I'm going to put Lynn J here. I have her address. I have everybody's address so far. 52. Who was 52? I see Joyce has 40. I see a 72. Who had 72? Katia had 72. Oh, well, you went over. You didn't, yeah. Let's see, what did, I gotta see. I gotta make sure. Sharon had 80, 90. Katia, you just didn't fit in there, did you? Well, we'll get you another time. I see Joyce for 40. Who else here? 46 was Brenda. Brenda, 46? I think it goes to Brenda, wouldn't you say? Yeah, Brenda with 46. I have all your addresses, so they won't go out tomorrow, though, because I got to get up in the morning and clean. Or do some cleaning. I'm not going to do thorough cleaning, but I got to make sure that things are dusted. And they're going to bring the baby over, so, you know, I don't want I want it halfway clean. I don't want her to bring a baby to a dusty house. So these are my cards. We're sending, and then I'm going to put Becky rolling pin. Becky here. Rolling pin to Becky. So I don't forget. I won't forget, but to Becky. All right. So they'll go out next week. I'll probably do them on Monday and send them on Tuesday. That's probably how I'll do it. Now this is Sunday night. Depending on what K3N does, I might slow stitch on Tuesday morning. I kind of like my slow stitch, but I may not too. I may do Thursday morning. My early morning streams, I'm making impromptu until after Labor Day. So if I stream, I will put out a thumbnail with a notification on it so that you'll know. I'll do that on Monday if I stream on Tuesday. If you don't see one of those, you kind of have to see it, though. It may not show up in your feed, but if you go to my channel and hit my icon, it should show up on my channel, the notification. I'll do that on either Monday or Wednesday so that you know I'm streaming the next day. I probably will not stream on both days. So if I stream on Tuesday, I'll put the notification out on Monday, probably Monday evening. And if I stream on Thursday, I'll put the notification out on the thumbnail with the little notification. I'll put that on Wednesday evening. But I will not stream. I probably will not stream on both days. Friday morning, I might stream. My Friday morning club, I probably will stream next Friday, depending on how I feel. I need to get in this room and clean. I really do. So it is 9:51. Let's read chat a little. Beth Schuler says, Katia, if you join my Facebook, I have a good address file for most. Let's see what was Katia saying. No worries, Mary. I'm playing for fun, but you need to send me your address. Yeah, Katia. I can send you my address if you, I don't know if Katia joins, I don't know whether you join a lot of groups, but if you do join, Beth's is a good group to join. She does a lot of different things on her streams. She gets a good crowd there. Katia says, congrats to everybody who won. Brenda says, congratulations to the winners. Thank you, Mary. Jen says, it's Friday night, Mary, not Sunday night. Oh, it's Friday night. Oh, my goodness. See, I got up. I was awake at 2:30 this morning. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I started streaming at 4:30. I streamed until 8:30. Then I got all my cards ready to mail. Then we hurried up to go to town because I wanted to go to the flea market that was last week. But I was rushing my brother along, and we were shopping until, I took him out to lunch around 12:30, and then we had to stop at he had to get a cigarette, so we stopped there. So I got home around maybe 2 o'clock or so, and had to unload the car and put away groceries and all of that. And then I sat down and rested. But I've had a pretty full day. I've been up since 8:30 this morning. So I was thinking this was Sunday night. I will be streaming Sunday night, Jen. We'll do the doodles on Sunday night. I won't do cards. Lynn J says, thanks, Mary. Have a good night. Thanks, Jen. Have a good night. She says, enjoy your visit with your family. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's always fun to see a little newborn baby. She was born in March. So, she's a cutie pie. All babies are cute, but she's a cute one. Message me if you still need my address, Katia. I don't mind giving it out. Joni says, thank you, Mary, for keeping me company while I sorted my space. May your purple glue stay sticky. I love that. That's a blessing. May your purple glue stay sticky. Thanks, Joan. Joan, pop in here some more. I'm just getting to know you. Jen says, you're welcome, Mary. Enjoy your rest. Let's see, we had congratulations. Woot, woot. Thank you, thank you. And these are where we did all the numbers. So I think I'm all caught up with you. It's 6 minutes till 10, so it's time to say goodnight. Have a good weekend, and I will see you Sunday night. Don't forget, Beth Schuler comes on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Right, Beth? All right. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye.